I'm talking about glitch.
Fair enough.
Altogether, he's going to win. He's going to win.
I can totally see it's almost making huge waves.
Yep,
At
indeed.
the same time, I think I heard Sonic and Fox, and yeah, sure enough, this is Kameme versus ZD. Not Kameme, this is Ken. What am I saying? I'm tired. We got two amazing hard hitters here. This is going to be ZD defending the homeland versus one of Japan's finest, and ZD already defended himself once tonight in that grudge match, but now he's back again for blood.
So you would think with two very fast characters, this could go one of two ways. Either it could go like, oh, this is going to be a fast match because they'll be rushing each other down like it looks like right now. Or this could easily devolve into the longest set of tonight, baby. Have you seen ZSS Sonic? This could be very well that kind of matchup. So already Ken intent on running away. He's got a very slight damage lead. Could be quickly evened up thanks to that multi-jab, though.
And you got to remember, this is a best of 5. We are now entering that winter semis territory. So make sure to pop your popcorn at home, folks, because this could be the long haul, as these two definitely are going to be at each other's throats for a long time.
Ledge's friend in this matchup. Fox really does struggle to kill at Ledge unless he finds like a confident down smash or F smash, but ooh, beautiful confirm.
I love that. That's a good call out coming in from ZD. Getting that up smash, more than enough to take that stock on Ken. Good way to start yourself off here, that's for sure.
All right, getting that down throw, just knocking Ken off stage, and then he's just able to come back on. ZD now has no incentive to approach. He can hold on his own corner of the stage because he has a whole stock lead, and he's only at 78%.
Not to mention you are Fox. You're one of the characters that has a lot of good speed to you, so you could be able to move a little bit well around what Sonic is when you're getting fully frontal assaulted by the
Good
absolute
catch
viciousness.
on that cross-up. That was so ambiguous.
Yeah, really, really good.
Looking through that down tilt, and you see, there it is, those dash-ins, dash-outs. That's how you bait somebody into leaning in at the ledge. ZD. Wow.
My goodness, this is a 3-1 stocks already. Man's moving tonight. Trying to make a statement, that's for sure. You'd love to see it, absolutely. But Fox and McLeod absolutely putting in a lot of work here. I like the attempt from Ken. The Firefox kind of stumbling him up a little bit, but still, good thoughts. And the back air to finish him off soon afterwards.
For sure. ZD's holding on a confident lead. He's just able to kind of lap Ken in terms of damage, but this is it. This is the place to be. Fox off stage, super vulnerable, super telegraphable recoveries. Next time ZD is out here, I don't think he's going to get so lucky.
Honestly, he almost died at like 15%. That would be pretty rough for him, especially after working so hard here.
It's got intended.
No, getting caught out though.
Speaking of which, but slightly mistimes it. Ken had the right idea, just slightly dropping the ball on the execution, but that's what I mean. If you have decent execution, you can punish Fox off stage almost every single time, especially with somebody as many tools as Sonic.
Absolutely. Now this is a pretty rough spot for Ken. You are about to be in the percentage where aerial into up smash will absolutely do you in.
And you see now Ken going for more jump callouts. He knows what Fox wants, but getting that F smash at the ledge, now all of a sudden the stocks are all lapped up. ZD is fishing. He wants that down air, he wants that neutral air, and Ken is not letting him have any of it.
Absolutely. When you see ZD just drop in with neutral air, he's going to keep on doing it. It's hard to avoid, that's for sure.
Sir. All right, a little bit of dash attack, backing off a little bit, dashing in, dashing out yet again, sitting in shield. What's going to be the play? Looking for like a jump call out, doesn't get it.
Trying to get a call out with that up smash as well. And honestly, this is kind of a rough scenario here. Amazing angle, though. ZD does hit those angles. He does hit those back airs, which does in fact kill. And ZD's taking that game 1 off of Ken.
Clean, clean. You know, even though like Ken was making a bit of a comeback towards the end, I just feel like ultimately ZD, his pacing, his consistency, his, everything was phenomenal. Granted, I will say, this is not to discredit this win or anything. Ken dropped the ball on the edge guarding a couple of times. That could have resulted in a couple of early stocks. Specifically, the biggest one, the one that he missed, was that back air on the Firefox. If he hit that, this would have been a totally different game.
Getting that lead early is so crucial to your momentum in any given game, especially one with Sonic where a lot of the battle is either approaching or being forced to approach. What a counter pick from Ken.
Dr. Mario in Town City, you know what that means. Down B at 30%.
Down B, down throw, down B, a lot of weird shenanigans, a lot of funny little things coming in from this funny little doctor.
You ever fight a good Dr. Mario?
Yeah, yes,
they ever take his Town City?
Yes, Bacon does do that.
Yep. Used to fight Mabel, also used to be known as Pink Doc J.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Mabel, they would hit you with some nonsense on the stage. They would hit you with some absolute nonsense. But right now, ZD playing no nonsense whatsoever. Just keeping Ken out there, keeping him in disadvantage, and this is how you have to play the matchup. Just abuse that disadvantage, keep up those juggles, and you know what? Abuse your speed.
Absolutely. Dr. Mario is not really renowned for the speed of the character, not to mention the poor recoveries. But, ooh, a little bit of Trixie's coming in from this character.
Oh, tries to go for the 2-frame with the back heel, and honestly, it would have been a good idea too, because that might have been untechable because of how powerful of a punch kick it packs.
Absolutely. Good percentage. Oh, where's your DI, ZD?
That was decent DI. You know what happened? Fox is light.
Very light. My
American healthcare, baby.
A little featherweight.
This is what happens. First they deal the damage, and then they pay, or they make you pay to heal them up.
This is what happens when your credit card gets declined after the doctors, and they're like, okay, well, just gonna hurt you. What did I try to attempt to
Dr.
treat?
Mario just comes back out of the office. He's like, all right, I got to get back to my paperwork, and just starts going in, pulverizing you.
What? I gave you a kidney? All right, I'm not taking that back. Sorry, kid.
Yoink.
That's rough.
Little uppy out of shield, yeah, punishing that down air, and it's honestly a fantastic out of shield option too.
Oh, yeah.
It's quick, it's strong, it does so much for Dr. Mario, and that time around though, if you do whiff it, big opening to punish.
Can't be a little bit over-eager in those. You got to be very careful because it can be a great punish for Mr. McLeod over there. Happy to see you leaving yourself vulnerable to something.
Not getting that down tilt, which again can convert it into a back heel, can be some nasty business. Just throwing out some of these pills, getting back onto the stage is what I would say. Good dash attack coverage, setting up into a couple of up airs. Ken needs to land. He does successfully land. Back throw, yeeting ZD off, and he doesn't get those 2 frames.
Yep. ZD, though, still quick to kind of regain that stage control. I mean, that's what happens when you're fast. You're able to kind of quickly maneuver around Ken here. And a quick little back throw to reset the situation. Kind of put a little bit in Ken's head that he has to be really careful around the ledge. I like retreating to that platform, but you got to avoid those back airs.
He's using those pills as the opening so he can get a little bit more time to get a shield back. You saw that thing, it was looking tiny, but oh, that's not going to be the back heel. I do believe that was a misinput for ZD, but
hey,
you know what?
Go.
He still gets it, he still cleans it up. Good stuff.
Sure enough. Quick way to follow up. That actually pill could have been it. You need to be really careful anytime a stray pill catches your way. That is a lethal dosage, my friend. You got to be careful.
Always food profit. So unethical. Right now, Ken just looking for this falling back heel. Does not actually get it. Really good parry punish from ZD, and now he is off stage. But also think about this matchup. Typically speaking, you want to edge guard Dr. Mario. Guess who can't do that? Fox.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation for sure. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how ZD will be able to fare here. I like that roundabout way, even getting it. My man, again, knows the angles.
Those
that's for sure.
angles. Wow, can't believe that still snapped.
I wonder how Ken is going to get the stock here. He's kind of struggling. Kind of the reverse hit of that punch, that was so bizarre looking.
The ugly hit.
Definitely would have killed if he faced it the other direction, but just kind of didn't find it.
Happens in the heat of the moment. Oh, what a nasty tech chase he's setting up. Look at these extensions. Look at these catches on the landing too. ZD's movement, phenomenal.
Goodbye.
And then finally, all it takes is that one button. Ken cleaning it up, but the question is it too late?
Not at all. Dr. Mario can cause a lot of trouble, especially near the ledge. Wouldn't surprise me if he got some weird shenanigans. But ZD is happy to kind of keep the pressure on. He's, you know, an aerial and an up smash away from taking it. And as I said, you got an aerial and up smash, and he took it.
He took it 2 over Ken. Oh, is
Best
what
of
I
five.
would say.
Winner semis.
It's a bestie of 5. Oh. I knew that the whole time.
Of course. We're keeping the people at home on their toes.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit late. We got to make sure you guys are up and ready. You can't fall asleep on this action.
Players aren't the only ones mixing it up. Commentators too. Sometimes we lie, and we call that a mix-up.
It's true. If you guys just think about we're lying about frame data, we don't know something, we're just trying to keep you on your toes. We're happy to see you guys try to show your stuff. Make sure you guys are
We love
smarties.
it when you guys correct the commentators. It is our favorite thing where you're like, yeah, that's what we've been baiting this whole time. My favorite.
I love it when people at me and say what I'm saying is wrong.
Oh, geez. All right, back to the Sonic.
The main course.
Indeed.
I mean, the Dr. Mario was a good attempt. You have the best of 5. You have time to play around in that. It's something worth trying. You're at the pre-local. You don't really lose too much. You know, it's worth it to test out. And it didn't work, so cool. We're going back to the Sonic.
Do you think Sonic mains have like that Sonic dialogue in their head where they're like, Sonic speed?
Looks like I'll have to go real smooth this time.
This is ironic, guys. I hope this is very well known before we call this cringe.
I need some Chaos Emeralds to power up my Sonic in Game 3. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Ken looks so composed and nice. Can you imagine that's what his internal monologue is? Is like, I could go Sonic speed if I want to be ZD.
Oh my god, what a shine spike. Gets him out there off stage, but of course it's still Sonic.
Yeah, you're still Sonic.
He's still able to make it back on. I'm not gonna lie, you gotta kill me mentally.
That shine spike isn't gonna stop me. Got time to use the boost. I mean, come on, bless him, honestly. That's all I can imagine.
Can you imagine a whole set narrated in that voice?
Oh no, please. That's That's really funny. Is it too late? Oh,
It might be a little bit too late.
that
We're
smash
going to
was a
go
little too
carry
late. That's tough. I mean, I'd still, though, Sonic's definitely keeping it more even. Makes sense. Couldn't quite find some of those ledge trapping, some of those 2 frames, but I mean, ZD still finds those up smash.
Good catch on the direction, too. Sometimes it can be really ambiguous if you hit like the back hit or the front hit, but ZD just on top of it, despite how late it is, he is awake. He is present. Couple of up tilts as well.
Goodbye. Oh, actually?
Is what I would
even
say.
the angle. How do you make it? Sonic's recovery good. Need more than a shine spike to get me. I mean, full respect.
It's like you inside of you there were 2 wolves. 1 a commentator, 2 Sonic.
To a clown. I'm a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. You know how it is.
Love this professional high-level commentator.
It's true. Professional back air is coming in from Ken. Love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, finding himself on the board, ZD taking a second to kind of compose himself on that Angel platform. Normally, ZD is much more gung-ho about it all. But, I mean, I respect taking that little bit of seconds to compose yourself. I mean, you're fighting a Titan like Ken. Another shine spike here, but it's just not enough because, again, the spring pad coming in from Sonic is a great recovery. He can get himself back from that.
Okay, but really good weight, though, too, on ZD's defensive option. Tries to go through that 2 frame F smash on Sonic on on Fox on Town City. That might have even been lethal, too. Late hit dash attack. Tries to go out there. Commits a little bit too much. He leans into it, but that is A-okay. What a tech chase.
Yeah, ZD has those on lockdown, not to mention the fact that Fox is fast enough to really reward that skill. Really good stuff all around here.
I would like to say something. This is some of the best I've seen ZD play in a while.
He's playing hot. Got to show up his pre-local. My goodness, another stock with the Nair up smash. If I had a nickel for every Nair up smash ZD gets, I'd be able to pay for my entry fee every time on that money. Absolutely brutal. But hey, Ken evening up the stock out here. Last stock scenario here. Is ZD going to get the 3-0 clean sweep, Dara?
It's possible, but never count out Ken. That is an experienced, seasoned player. Capable of adaptation, capable of insane plays, and also capable of edge guarding Fox.
Absolutely.
So the question is, can you set up that edge guard, backing off a little tiny bit, and just moving all the way around ZD? He has a slight damage lead, but again, 33%. Fox can easily even that one up.
Gotta be careful. Then, if I were Ken, I would take a little bit of time to maybe step back a little bit for ZD to approach a little bit more. Play the more defensive game. You have more than enough time on the clock here. Keep racking up the percentage like Ken is doing right now.
His movement's solid. It's clean,
Very good.
crisp.
And that's what you kind of need to tighten up in those critical moments like this. I mean, this is a very big make-or-break stock.
This is optimal Sonic gameplay. AK not getting hit, and he adjusts. He delays all of those times. Now, here's the thing. No matter how safe the option is, anything that is a pattern can become exploitable. It is fantastic that ZD goes for those delayed, angles, so that he snaps onto the ledge a little tiny bit later. But if you do that 4 times consecutively, Ken is going to adapt. He is not afraid to do so. He is not afraid to slightly mix it up. And you know what? He punished him. He was able to kill him. And now we're going on to a game 4. All of a sudden, this 3-0 is no longer in the cards. Who knows what could happen?
The back foot, of course. As he's still up a game, but maybe a little bit of the momentum has shifted in Ken's favor. But this is Pokemon Stadium 2, and this is where ZD always plays his games. Probably like at least 90% of ZD's games, if not more, are played on PS2. If you tune into the grind regularly, outside of the pre-major events, this is where we're going to see a lot of games with our main man here, because he makes it to the end of bracket. He plays on PS2. He doesn't really care about counter picks all that much.
Oh, yeah. But, okay, landing with the forward, tries to extend that into a second one, dealing a little bit too much knockback. Unless you're landing like a late hit dash attack and up tilt, you're not getting combos with forward as Fox.
Getting a nice forward smash follow-up. Not getting the second one, though. That was a more crucial one, but that's okay because Ken is still recent in the situation here. A lot of trouble for ZD off in the corner, but manages to get back, find a little bit of center stage control, but it's a matter of for how long, because Ken can really just turn up the heat and just dance all around the stage. But I like the parry into the continued combo extension coming in from ZD, spooking Ken into the grab, and
gets that down throw, yeah.
This is that. That's it. You ain't tucking those. He's breaking your ankles with that one.
Sauce. That, my friend, was baked ZD, and that down smash was the marinara. That was beautiful stuff. I was waiting all day to say that line. I'm not even gonna lie.
Ken's been toasted in perfection with that oven, and the kicks coming from ZD, absolutely always a pleasure to watch in action here. And
lovely high recovery. He makes it back on before he can, and you know what that means, baby. It is time to ledge trap. Try to ledge trap. Ken makes it back onto the stage. He's playing video games.
That's for sure. Now it's just a game of ZD just dancing around the stage, not wanting to overcommit. I mean, he went for the down smash there by accident in the end. Yeah. It's the conversion. You end up getting F smashed in the face for it. Any mistake Ken is happy to capitalize off of.
All right, backing off a little tiny bit. Tries to complete that extension with the neutral B. Ken not going to be able to get all of the damage that he wanted out of that interaction, but this is it. This is high-level, fast character gameplay. Everybody running around each other and nobody getting hit.
That's true. I mean, it's the game of least commitment, and you do not want to put a ring on that interaction. It would be a really rough time because then, of course, you overextend, you get caught out by anything, and you take tons of percentage.
That's the opening that Sonic gives you. Sonic doesn't give you a lot of openings, but one of the biggest ones always, if he whiffs neutral B, if he bonks his head onto the ground, punish. Big punish, too.
Always something to keep in mind here. And Z, I guess, is taking notes on that as well. Doing a pretty clean job so far, down in some of that percentages. Ken is doing a good job of controlling center stage, but one mistake means that you can rack up some good percentages, ZD.
Okay, just jumping in place, and there it is again. You bait those rolls back onto the stage with your non-committal movement options. He full hopped in place, then he faded back, and he was able to get that punish. Not the exact hit of neutrally that he would have, oh my god, ZD.
Whew, that was a really spooky scenario, and even almost getting that as well. But Ken's a little bit more privy to that situation, getting a clean dodge past, not getting the F smash though.
Slightly ambiguous timing too.
Yeah.
Gets that no up smash.
That's another
ZD
nickel.
is in it. 109%, you gotta play safe.
Another Nair up smash means my wallet's getting slightly larger as this man continues to find the easy conversions he is so known for getting.
You've got vested interest. You've got fat stacks of coins inbound.
I mean, my good, hey, if I seriously got a nickel every time I did that, I'd be pretty happy. I mean, that's some good passive income you got going on there. But oh wow, getting kind of caught on the platform there as Ken evens up the stock count. That was really good stuff.
That was like almost an unreactable tech chase too.
That
that's like, wait, what angle am I going? Where am I? How far did I get sent? So that is some amazing, just like awareness of self, awareness of character, cognizance in a moment from Ken to get that off.
Really tuned in at the moment. I mean, you need to be in this kind of live or die moment, the sink or swim the moment, because you do not want to be sent to losers. A lot of killers down there in bracket. ZD is going to fight as hard as possible to make it to winner's side, but Ken so far doing an amazing job here getting the F smash. ZD tossing his hands up as my man's got caught.
You can mix up B angles. You can mix up when you use your side B, but as soon as you press side B, you pressed side B.
Yeah.
And the beauty is, if you go slightly under, if you go right to the ledge, if you go a little bit to the right of it, and if you go above it, that doesn't matter. The timing is all the same for Sonic's F smash to cover them all. And now all of a sudden, ZD's 2-0 lead, non-existent. It is game 5 between the two. If ZD loses the set, this will break your heart.
It's true. You always want to see the hometown hero try to go through it all, but Ken is working his absolute behind off to make sure that he represents himself well tonight before the actual major event before.
Spinning all over the place. He's running away. It's Sonic time, baby.
Yeah, I knew. Honestly, this was reminding me a lot of Brawl, Sonic and Ken, because he just goes, now I'll show you, and sure enough, he's evened it up too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and ZD tries to jump back on, but hey, at least he got hit back towards the stage.
Yeah.
It's time for him to combo, is what I would say. That up tilt a little bit too far up to the top. He wasn't able to find another follow-up. Ken upbeat out of disadvantage, and now he is continuing his own onslaught himself. Charging, holding, doesn't get it, but he's still able to continue it because of how little end lag that move has.
And ZD obviously going for the better angles this time on the Firefox, because again, as you mentioned before, the Fox illusion is tough.
Ooh.
Barely making it back there. Kind of a spooky scenario.
He didn't want to get clipped. He didn't want to get clipped by like that uppy at all. So keep his patient. Good patience, good awareness. Played it safe, even if it was like very close to failure.
You really don't want to be stuck in one of those weird tech scenarios where you don't know, and then maybe you buffer an air dodge and die for it. It's a very unpleasant situation, so thankfully Ken kind of bypassing that.
Okay, ZD gets that neutrally, but that's not a strong enough hit to really do anything with. Right? It's a bit of an awkward hit. That falling forward is going to be able to do it. Yet again, Fox is light. Fox dies early.
Just the runoff there, so immaculate from Ken. Great call-out, great follow-up. And now ZD on the back foot in the set and in the game. This is not looking pretty, but I mean, hey, Fox can clean it up really soon. I mean, he's basically in that Nair up smash percentage rate.
Issue is, F doesn't even do like enough knockback to set up like a really confident ledge trap too, right? So Fox does struggle quite a bit off of his throws.
ZD just dancing around, playing the relaxed game of, yeah, I'll hit you with a Nair eventually. There you go.
Now he's off stage. He's looking for the F smash. Doesn't get it though. And again, still execution test. You're not going to be able to get those 100% of the time, but at least it is not committal, and you're able to continue the pressure that which you deal.
I like the parry from Ken. Being stuck in that scenario is definitely not easy. Ooh.
Tries to go through the jump call out, like the idea.
And then Ken kind of just backs off. Gives center stage a little bit to ZD, but at the same time, you have such a good lead right now that you're fine with that because you also have the speed to catch up. But that's a good call out from ZD, catching the movement, catching the stock. And sure, you're down, but you are still absolutely in this game.
ZD needs to initiate, but it's so hard to get a clean hit. He needs a falling neutral, like he needs a late hit dash attack, he needs an up tilt, he needs something. But Ken is just playing outside of his area of effect. He's playing long distance, he's in it for the long haul.
When you got a lot of time left on this clock, you can absolutely slow down the pace to a degree. And ZD is much more of a player that likes holding forward, likes being on the approach, likes mowing down his opponent with the speed of Fox. But when you find something like Ken and like Sonic that can match the speed and play evasive and make it really hard to get, it's a different ballgame, that's for sure. ZD has been adjusting well this whole set, but Ken's pulling ahead bit by bit.
Little bit by bit, he tries to set up that edge guard, and he does so successfully. And this is what's happening over the course of the set. In the beginning, Ken did not hit those. Now he is hitting those. Look who has a stock lead.
Man's shaped up, man putting ZD on blast here, and this is potentially ZD's winner's side stock. He's either continuing on to winner's finals, or he is going down to the loser's bracket. And I know ZD, man does not want to drop.
Not at all. Landing good with punish too on that dash attack.
Yeah, I like it. Kind of some F smash action there, putting Ken on blast, getting some good percentage.
Okay, tries to come back on with that late hit neutral. Big combo button for Sonic. And Ken is taking full advantage of it. He has to make it back on. He whiffs the F smash, doesn't have time for a second, so he just opts for that down tilt. Lovely decisions.
ZD just taking the slow road approach. He doesn't want to overextend, doesn't want to get himself caught up by something too crazy. Not getting the grab there, that was crucial.
Big not dead. And now ZD in not a fun spot. And how poetic. That F smash. Wow. ZD is down to losers. Ken could be moving on to winners finals.
Hard-earned victory from Ken with that reverse 3-0 there, managed to come out on top. ZD fighting the good fight, but ultimately falling to the Sonic. And difficult scenario, that's for sure.
Ken tightened up. And honestly, the biggest thing at the end of the day is what? If you're constantly fighting Fox on the stage, if you're not edge guarding him, suddenly you have lost the biggest vulnerability in his play. You're no longer able to exploit what makes him so exploitable. The fact that his recovery, although long, his side B timing is easy to punish. His